Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by and joining me. And today I have another project to share with you guys. And today I have some little cards that I created using Stamperia paper, and it was from, they had like two collections a couple of years ago that were pink, like Pink Christmas, and I can't remember the name of the other one. And so as I've been going through my Christmas supplies, I have bits and pieces of the paper collection left, so I'm trying to use up some of the paper collection and use it on some different projects this year. So you'll probably see a couple of projects using this paper pad on my channel this year. And so one of them was just kind of some basic cards that I created. And what I ended up doing is I layered a piece of paper onto some cardstock, some white cardstock. And I cut a piece of paper. Some of the paper is from Stamperia in the background, and some of it's from a Kaiser Craft paper pad that I had that had some pink in it. And then from there, I cut out the little fun images that were included in the Stamperia paper collection. And then after that, I went ahead and added stickles to some of the items just so it shimmers and shines in the light. It's really fun. And then after I did that on all these cards, I went ahead and I just went through all of my laces and trims and scrap piles and just started adding laces and trims. So some of them have similar laces on them, but they're used in different ways. A lot of them I did add flat back pearls or flowers or little ribbons to them. I also had these little snowflake buttons that got added to a lot of the items. And so I'll just hold up each one so you guys can check them out. There's some little trim with ribbons on it here, the flat back pearls, the gorgeous rosette trim, which came from Hobby Lobby. And then at the top, I added the little bow and the little snowflake buttons on that one. Here is the next one. And again, this one I had this little heart trim that I use at the bottom, and I added flat back pearls to it. This one I chose to put the little bow down here because it was kind of a bouquet of flowers, so I thought that was appropriate. And some little different pink rosette trim and the snowflake up at the top on that one. This one had a beautiful church scene on it. And again, there's still some glue strings on these that I'm still trying to take off, but this one I had that same rosette trim from the previous card around the edges. And this one I had some pink lace trim at the bottom, and I added these little flower appliques that had little pearls in the middle of them. This one's a cute little image of a little kitty cat, and I used the rosette trim from Hobby Lobby around it. And then this one I added the snowflakes in each corner. And then I also chose to add the little bow like it was around the little cat's neck. And if you look at the image of the cat, it actually has a bonnet on it where it's tied with a bow underneath it. So it seemed kind of appropriate to put that little bow there on that one. And this one I think is probably one of my favorite just because I love this image. It's just of a party dress. It's beautiful. It kind of reminds me of a dress that maybe Marie Antoinette might have worn. So again, I added some stickles in some random spots. I had this other pink trim that I added down here, and that Hobby Lobby rosette trim, and that same lace trim was up here. And this one I also went ahead and added a couple snowflakes also. And then here is another church scene, very similar to that last one, or that I showed you a couple ago. I just changed out the trims that I use. This one I had this really pretty trim that I used down here at the bottom and the top. This one got flat back pearls in the corners, and then also some more Hobby Lobby trim on that one. So for these little note cards, I used all Stamperia paper other than there might be some cardstock. And these ones I layered up the Stamperia paper. I did edge them with some Tim Holtz ink. And I used some paper strips in the middle of each one of these. And then they're all decorated the same, just different images. I did punch out a little scallop circle. I used the Stamperia image that I also punched out with a circle punch. Behind each of these I added the eyelash trim And then on top of each of the images, I added some sort of stickles on. Sometimes I highlighted the snow, sometimes I highlighted the flowers on them. It just kind of depended. And then each of them also got a little snowflake on it. So that was the first one. It's kind of a winter scene. This one has a church on it. It says, "Let it snow." This one has a beautiful little girl on it, and I added a bow to her hair too. I thought that was sweet, so I went ahead and did that. This one's exactly the same. I think now they're all going to repeat for the ones that I had already shown you guys. So another little winter scene on that one. And then the little church scene that said, "Let it snow." So again, I wanted to thank everybody so much for watching today. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day and happy crafting.